Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Bulldozer in the last outing against Boston put on a show. He tallied 50 points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. A fantastic performance from him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And Milwaukee has possession. Following the miss by Cade Cunningham. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jalen Duren. The Bucks shoot their first foul shots of the night here.
And as a team, they're down around 72%.
Fuck it.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Stewart checked in for Holland. Fontecchio's coming in for Thompson. James Harden, he's checked in for Milton. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cunningham. Sasser with it. Goodbye, Lillard.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
A solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Pistons trail by 11. Here's Harden.
Look at guard James Harden, even though he's on me for defense.
About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
This one for 3.
I missed. Never mind. I'm fucking rated.
Green! The Bulldozers got 18 points in the game. And so Harden will bring it up for Detroit. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a...
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch.
Yep.
The previous play is under review.
Replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
No, it's not. So dumb. They subbed me out for a stupid overrule that didn't even count. I didn't even touch it. Let's go back to that instant replay of me. Okay. Let's enhance. Touch this.
Change here. Smart's checked in. Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. The Bulldozer comes in for Pat Connaughton. Here's the Bulldozer, guarded by Hall.
He's got to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Boston Celtics.
And that one was all about offensive execution. Running your plays, picking your spots.
Yeah, and you know, coaches honestly wouldn't have as much to do if guys shot like that every night.
They've got Marcus Smart. Isaiah Stewart out there with Wagner. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Harden in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Smart on the wing. Back to Harden. The Pistons working the ball around now. And it's Wagner missing. Bucks leading by 12. Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons. And we were just talking the other day. What a great sports city Detroit is.
Charging foul.
I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area. And great sports fans. Hard-working people that really value hard-working teams And if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Kate Cunningham comes in for Marcus Smart. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you followed this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan.
The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And here's Cunningham. This game out 36 points for him.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Right, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for James Harden. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Marcus Sasser.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
On the wing, Melton. Still without a basket. Here's Holland. 5 to shoot. The screen from Thompson. Holland, no good. Bucks leading by 15. Driving the lane. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Thompson outside. Here's Holland. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
From deep three-point territory. Oh, he got it!
Can you believe that?
And there's the foul. It's on the Bulldozer. And that'll be his 3rd foul. So it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. Before we talk about the first half, a breakdown of the injuries around the league. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, you know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody. Kenny always knew what the floor looked like.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Man, this offense is...
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. The Bulldozer has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. The post pair, the long-time duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Bulldozer is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3, the small forward. Here's the Bulldozer. That 3 off the mark. Pistons trail by 15. Thompson from long range. Kuzma pulls it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but great, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
The Bulldozer, and the Bucks miss again.
That halftime break didn't seem to do them any favors, starting off the second half with 3 straight misses. And they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Here's the Bulldozer. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. The Bulldozer's got 36.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
Nobody near Milton. The three-pointer no good.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
They had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
Pass to Cunningham. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
Shoots from 12. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Bucks lead by 14.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
Yeah, I got to agree. Their defensive commitment's got to be a lot better.
And Thompson skims it home.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Detroit. They lose the top spot, taking a step back now to number 2.
And when I look at the Bucks, they've started the way we expected. Aggressive, relentless, just imposing their will upon lesser teams.
Cunningham kicks to Melton. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Holland. Duran with the screen on Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Cunningham.
2 minutes remaining.
Tries again. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Cunningham's got 8 points.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Drills the three-pointer.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Back to Melton. Tries the spin move. The rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Kevin, Nick Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer. But he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting you know I'm there to back him up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills. David, thanks for the report. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Holland. Smart comes in for Thompson. James Harden is checked in for Melton. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. The Bucks also changing it up. Mo Wagner's checked in for Lopez. And it's Portis in for Antetokounmpo. Smart deciding where to go with it. Harden outside to the paint. And Duran slams it in.
That is what they want from Duran. Spike it, young fella.
Lillard outside. Shoots from 14, and it's good off the glass.
Love that that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Bucks leading by 17. The three, and the Bulldozer gets it to go. The Bulldozers got 14 points now in the second half.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Lillard against Harden. Pass to Sasser. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists tonight. Fires from way outside. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter upon us. Time is running out for this game to become competitive. Greg, you look at today's point guards, so many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
We've got Harden. He's out there with Marcus Sasser. Marcus Smart is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Crawford at the 4 slot. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. And again.
Historic 50-point night. What a streak he's on.
With this performance, he now has the longest streak of 50-point games in NBA history. Here's Sasser. Got a piece of it. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. And the shot goes down. And the Bucks lead by 21. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly...
It's a great finish!
Oh, my.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Sasser. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Kept alive. There's Portis. And he drops it in from the low post.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Crawford finds Sasser. Can they get it? Knocks down the...
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. Mo Wagner's checked in for the Bucks. Now here's Jackson. Going inside, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Detroit with the ball. Thompson the bounce pass. Cunningham outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They've played a great fourth quarter defensive, allowing only 3 points. Here's Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal
Clever move
foul.
by the young guy. Thompson sticks with the shot and gets fouled.
Something we're used to seeing here in the NBA, Coach. Retired players being critical of the younger generation. What's your assessment?
I think it's unfortunate, Kevin. I really do.
In the air and down hard. Woo!
Oh, stop.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Cunningham passes to Durant. The three.
2 minutes remaining.
It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's the bulldozer. Detroit with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 12-3 run. And stolen by Melton. Cunningham with it. Defended now by Wagner. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Milwaukee.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Bulldozer.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
It's rebounded by Livingston. And so it's Milwaukee now. Here's the Bulldozer. He takes it in. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. 35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Down low, here's Holland. No good on that one. Great D that time from Portis. Here's the Bulldozer, covered by Cunningham.
Yeah, they sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Here's the Bulldozer, defended by Duran, and he gets the bucket.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And they move on to the NBA Cup semifinals. Deep Sky.
MP, you keep bringing up 50s like you're in the dunk contest. Wins pay the bills, baby. NYC, baby. The stars are out. Say what's up to Spike for me. Let's keep this winning streak going. Hang time.
You can feel the anticipation in the air. We're in Las Vegas. Hi, everyone. Time for more NBA Cup action. The Eastern Conference semifinals are almost underway, and we can't wait. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Then it's Jackson. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's the bulldozer in at the point. And the combination of NBA basketball with the single elimination format. You know the anticipation here is sky high.
Oh, the Eastern semifinals of the NBA Cup knockout round. It's win or go home. So these two teams have come to play.
Now here's McBride. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And here's Brunson from the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home, keeping their cool and making quality shots.
Well, awesome to see in that last game how the motion in their offense didn't stop because they were in some hostile territory.
New York. Has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far.
Number 15, first personal foul. First team foul.
Towns passes to Anunoby. Here's Brunson. And rejected. And he recovers it. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Lets it go from the wing. The bulldozer gets the bucket. The bulldozer's got 5 now.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Outside McBride. Jacks up a 3. New York again can't hit.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as he possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there and he's going to devastate you. That was delicate there from Giannis. I like that floater because that becomes unblockable given the massive length.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. A moment to rest and confirm the game plan. And the Knicks making a change here. Bassey's checked in. Lillard's checked in for the Bucks. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch with Tom Thibodeau. We discussed the challenges a player like Giannis Antetokounmpo presents for his defense, and coach responded saying he's a handful for sure. I told our guys to make sure we seal up any lanes to the basket and just try to make him beat us with his jumper. It won't be easy, but coach feels like they'll be able to make it a little more difficult for Giannis. Guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Anunoby. Six on the shot clock. Pass to McBride. Will it go? Damian Lillard with the rebound. The Bucks leading by 4.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the first quarter. Knocks down the triple. Give him 8 points now.
quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Here's Brunson. And a nice finish on the layup.
Brunson, one of those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does.
Here's the bulldozer. Three-pointer off the mark. The Knicks have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. No good with the triple.
His shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find the rhythm?
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly opened it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
Anunoby knows the percentages. Much better to get that corner three off.
Here's the bulldozer. Brunson defending.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Knicks trail by 4. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Lopez.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's the bulldozer. Sinks it from distance. The bulldozer's got 13.
Man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
24 seconds left in the first quarter.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offense that are allowing him to settle in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? What a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead. So both teams making some changes here. New York shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Miles McBride, and it's Bassey in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And at nearly 7 feet tall, you don't expect Towns to do some of the things he does, like drain threes and make savvy passes. But he's a modern big man.
Hart passes to Doughton. Towns outside. Back to Hart. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. McBride can't get it to go. The Bucks leading by 12. And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Yeah, isn't it interesting, Tom Thibodeau? Lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard. They play defense first. They play a ton of minutes. But this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
Here's Hart. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hi, guys. Well, the bulldozer in the last time out against the Pistons was simply terrific. He contributed 62 points, and he's a tremendous three-point shooter. We saw that again last game. What a game for him, and against their rivals, no less, which had to make him feel extra special. Guys, back to you.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
To the paint. And there's Towns on the assist from Hart. Towns has got 9 points in the quarter.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Lillard passes to the bulldozer. From deep. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's Hart. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Here's the bulldozer. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hart. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
Gritty play by a gritty player, Josh Hart. Hard to deny it.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Knicks trail by 16. Here's Doughton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. Pass to Hart. Here's Bassey. Now Towns. Antetokounmpo covering. Fade away. That one is off. And so it's Milwaukee with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're thinking about the shot.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the...
You know, this is like the most exciting basketball going on right now. At this point in the season, it's already got the reputation.
Next on the docket. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third.
Again for the second half of play here at the NBA Cup semifinals. Well, Brent, there's some players who never stop talking trash on the court. Is that distracting to you?
Not really, B.A. That's kind of the fun part of the game when somebody's trying to get under your skin a little bit. If it's not just playing defense and it comes with a little chit-chat, that sometimes draws your attention and makes you focus a little bit more.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Inside, we have Giannis and Lopez. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Jackson. And it's the bulldozer in at the point.
That's a tough distance to master, but Brunson making that mid-ranger look good.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
That's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And he makes the first.
Think about Giannis and just how special of a player he is. We know off the court the endeavors he's into. And this guy has really grown into a global ambassador for the game of basketball.
Oh, nice shot by McBride. McBride's got his first points of the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's the bulldozer. Oh, he elevates for the slam. Jalen Brunson on the receiving end.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question. Mark. Anunoby finds Brunson. It's Milwaukee with a rebound.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. You've got to respect that hustle.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything
buzzing about this year's three-point contest. So let's have a look at the players likely to make an appearance.
The three-point contest only becomes more competitive every year as long-range shooting continues to be a coveted talent in the league. But these guys are in a league all their own.
He's currently up there in the voting at number 2. So clearly no one is sleeping on his abilities as a lights-out three-point shooter.
Yeah, it's his long-range shooting that puts him on another level. Definitely a guy who belongs in this contest.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
The D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
The Bulldozer can't get it to go. Knicks trail by 16. Right side, Anunoby. Lopez against Brunson. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And Graham, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in Lopez.
Yeah, and I liked it. The Stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
And the Knicks making a change here. Bassey's checked in. Inside, here's Brunson. The rebound by Jackson. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. The lead is 15. Here's the Bulldozer. He takes it in. Count it. Good. The Bulldozer's got 32 points.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
They've got Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Shannon in at the 2. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Towns down low, defended by Portis. Here's Shannon. Three-pointer, no good. Milwaukee leading by 14. Here's the Bulldozer. And all around the rim that time before dropping. The Bulldozer's got 34 points.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Towns passes to Bassey.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
Second personal foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
1 minute in the fourth quarter. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. McBride, he's checked in for New York. And that one misses. Knicks trail by 16. Here's Doughton. Checked by Mitchell. Pass to Shannon. From outside, off the mark. Shannon's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Here's the bulldozer, and he drives in. Good on the bucket. The Bulldozers got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Pass to Diabate. 4 on the clock. Outside McBride. Lets it fly. The rebound by the Bucks. Portis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's the bulldozer. Hits the three-pointer. The Bulldozers got 41.
He is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Both teams will make substitutions. Knicks trail by 21. And here's Brunson from the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's the bulldozer. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. The Bulldozers got 43 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Brunson passes to McBride. Outside Hart to end the run. New York again can't hit. Milwaukee leading by 23. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. New York has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4.
Using his size to full advantage. He beats everyone to the ball.
Here's the bulldozer. Hits the trifecta. The Bulldozers got 46.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Well, Grant, it appears the league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
The Bucks making a switch here. Wagner's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Holiday's checked in for Kuzma. And Lillard subbed in for Jackson. The bulldozer gets the bucket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Brunson. The D's right on him. And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, B.A. The way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Bucks.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for the Bulldozer.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Here's Shannon. Pass to Bassie. 5 on the clock. Here's Shannon. Launches it. And it's rebounded by the Bulldozer. There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And another one.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And here's Brunson. Here's Shannon. Back to Brunson. Drives to the hoop. Off with the layup. Milwaukee with the ball. They're on a 20-5 run.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Fires it. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Here's the Bulldozer. And stolen by Brunson. So this one belongs to the Bucks. And they advance to the championship round. Just one win away from hoisting the NBA Cup.
And you know, it should be an intense matchup. There's a lot on the line between the cup, the prize money, and the chance to hang a banner.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Another day, another win. Good work. Great music, great ribs. This is fun sitting out of my business.
What a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello and welcome to the NBA Cup Championship. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me are Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge. I'll tell you guys, this has become one interesting event.
Yeah, even though it's still the regular season, this is a chance to put a stake in the ground.
And Greg, this one-off championship game How does that change the strategy for these coaches?
Kevin, I think you're going to see some tighter rotations. I think the Stars play a little more, maybe a curveball game plan-wise as well. But it is also great prep for the postseason.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. The bulldozer is out there with Jackson, and it's Kuzma at the small forward position.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Here's the bulldozer, guarded by Jackson. Here's the bulldozer. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Well, that's his shot right there. You know, if he gets any kind of room, he's going to dial it up from distance.
Pass to Jackson. Over Giannis. Jackson misses. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. You've got to be kidding. Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Morant with it. He saw him with 19 points his last outing. Beyond the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Here's Milwaukee now. It's a three-point game. They are coming into this having managed to win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
First team foul.
Here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes more. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't good.
Count it, good.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Looking to end the run. No good on. That one, good D by Lopez. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Outside for Jackson. From the arc. The Bulldogs. No good. Here's Bane. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Sacramento. Lopez with the block.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
So timeout called here. First for Memphis. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, they put the defense on. Aggressive, intimidating. They blocked a lot of shots in that one.
It was obvious. They pressured that team from the outset. They down the floor. That will wear an opponent down over time.
Santi Aldama's checked in for Memphis. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Jackson. Morant looking around. The rebound by the Bucks.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Hey, Kevin. Just now surfacing is the news on the Lakers trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They really wanted to land Dante DiVincenzo, and now they've done it. The sharpshooting guard can be explosive from three-point land. He used to be a key cog in their offense. He plays with a passion and effort level that's sure to fire up his new teammates.
Thanks so much for the report, Sean. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the bulldozer in the last outing against New York was outstanding. He scored 54 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. Those were video game numbers he put up in that last game. Boy, it had the league abuzz. We'll see what he's got in store tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed. And players really feed off his energy.
And I think most would agree that MPGA at this point of his career is considered one of the best ever in his position.
Well, anyone that ranks above him is a first ballot Hall of Famer. MP isn't at the top at his position just yet, but he's shown he's in a class with other legendary talents.
Outside Jackson. On the wing, Payne. Guarded by... Kuzma. Again, Memphis.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's the bulldozer. Guarded by Payne. And the bulldozer gets it to go.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Payne. Pass to Edey. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's the bulldozer. He had a career game last time up. Look at after Buck sinks the three-pointer. Here's Aldama. And that one released in time, but no good. And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Bucks on top. They're up by 7. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Welcome back, everyone, to this NBA Cup championship game. The second quarter is just beginning here. And for the...
Need some energy out there, MP. You're up.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. That ties the game. 17 points for the Bulldozers.
What a great shooting. Performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Now here's Morant. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. Lillard with the rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11 magnificent years.
I mean, Kevin, arguably the trailblazer of all time. Rookie of the Year, then 7 All-Star appearances. Dame will always be a legend in the Rose City.
Here's Morant. Plays it up off the glass.
I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
The bulldozer. His 3-pointers off the mark. Memphis has gone 3 of 7 tonight. From 3-point. And they've done it. We have found out who are the champions of the season. The winner of the NBA Cup.
Well, they earned that trophy. And man, the Cup certainly added another layer of excitement to the NBA calendar.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
Hey, congrats to MP on winning the NBA Cup. That was fun to watch, man. You were on a mission.
Can't be reaching like that, MP. Long season. Time to grab that lunch bell and go to work.